Hello guys, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back to Cerebral Adventures. Welcome to Expeditions, a Mudrunner game. If you're new here, go down and hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like the video, comment, and share. Alright, so back with a new, sort of new game. We're going to do a little review for today for Expeditions. This game's been getting a lot of hate from myself as well as many others. It kind of felt a little Fisher pricey to me when it first came out, and I have stated so in other videos. I recently went back and revisited this game and started playing it again, and I think I have some different things to say about it. So that's what this is going to be about. We're going to do a little bit of gameplay today and a little bit of review. And you'll see that this game now has a mod browser. I have it set up to subscribe mods only, and you will see R1. Yeah, I gotta remember with the controls, dude. This one. There we go. Okay. So you see that it has mods now, and there's some pretty good freaking mods in here. I don't usually play with mods. I'm more of a vanilla truck guy, but if you're looking to come in here and have some fun and just tear through some stuff on PS4 anyway, there are at least 8 pages of mods. I have tried a few of these out, but excuse me, sorry, I got the hiccups, guys. Let me drink some water. I downloaded a few of these, including the GG Arctos Euro truck up there. And let me click on it to give the mod creator, Gaskell Games, a shout out. Pretty badass truck. It was fun to play with. I also played with a couple others. I played with this Onk here by Apollyon 45. And this one down here, there's a Jeep truck from the movie Twister. This one right here by Glitchworks, the GWC 1983 J10, based on the yellow Jeep from the movie Twister, which was an awesome truck. I used to have one of these trucks in my youth. A real one. It was blue. We called it the Blue Duck, and it was a fantastic rig. But we're not running mods today. I just wanted to kind of go over that and show you guys that there are some mods here and that it can be fun to get into. Okay, guys, so here we are in the game. Let's kick our lights on. So, like I said, I've given this game some pretty bad grief in the past, and I think most of that was. And, you know, I've seen other people give it some grief as well. And I think that's based on the fact that, you know, this game is not SnowRunner. And I think that's the point, though. It shouldn't be SnowRunner. It's its own game, you know. We didn't hate SnowRunner because it wasn't Mudrunner, and we didn't hate Mudrunner because it wasn't Spin Tires. So this game is its own unique element. You know, it doesn't have the cargo missions and stuff of SnowRunner. If you want to do that stuff, go play SnowRunner. You know, SnowRunner's a great game. This is a save that I've been playing on, so it's not a new save. As you can see, I'm doing the Find the Ancient Remains mission. And we won't be doing the whole mission today, but we are going to head for our next waypoint. And really what I want to cover... All right, and it's also blacked out, so let's get centered on it here. All right. Just so I can get an idea where it's at. We're going to try to make our way to it. We're in two-wheel drive now. You'll see, guys, let me skip time here, because we don't want to be doing this in the dark. I want you to be able to see, in YouTube's a little dark, but you see, you're getting some tire spin here. We are in two-wheel drive, but pretty good dirt physics sticking to the tire there. And if you put the diff lock on in low, y'all, you'll see that, oh, it does give you the proper timing on both wheels, so they both spin consecutively, or you know what I'm saying. They spin at the same time, the way they should. The physics for the game are actually quite good. It reset my tires. I had them aired down. Let's put our four-wheel drive on. You know, it has pretty good physics. When you get stuck like that, you actually can gain some traction and it pulls out the way a real four-wheel drive should. So far, I haven't noticed really good body deformation physics. Physics. It doesn't have the physics, man. I haven't noticed the real good body deformation physics. Oh my god, I said it twice, guys. It's one of those days. It doesn't have the really good body deformation physics that SnowRunner has. You know, your truck rolls down a hill. I haven't really rolled enough trucks to get into the deformation physics of the game that much. So SnowRunner was very good about it. Bending bumpers, smashing lights, you know, just things like that. SnowRunner does it really well. I don't know that this game does it so well or not, because I haven't really gotten that far. I do hit things like that, and I haven't noticed a lot of like bends. There's not a lot of scratches on the vehicle or anything like that. So I don't think it has that aspect in this game. But you see how we walk through that mud right there? It does. The suspension physics are fantastic. The traction and the way the vehicle feels, it feels really good. A little plasticky when you're going around things like that. You know, a real vehicle shouldn't necessarily slide down an edge like that. So if I hit this edge on, a real vehicle's not really going to slide so much like that. But, you know, I don't expect it to be perfect. So, you know, it is just a game. So, but for the most part, suspension physics, the mud physics, I had to do it on purpose just because the mud physics are really good. You know, I mean, you know, look at the. Let's get the drone out here, and it does have these neat little things. You have your drone, which is a really bad audio. It does have the drone, which I think is kind of a neat addition to the game. I just want to see if there was actual tire tracks in the bottom of that mud, and there are a little bit there. You can kind of see it. But yeah, it doesn't follow the tire track perfectly. You know, it doesn't leave a perfect tire track, but that's okay. Like I was saying, the game, you know, it's not SnowRunner, and it shouldn't be. But I think the game has been overlooked. I don't see a lot of positive campaigning for it online. And I think we need to give Saber and, you know, the other developers, I don't know them all right off the top of my head, but I know Saber's the main one. The developers for this game, we need to give them a little more credit, you know, and maybe give this game a little more love. Because, hey, we found him. We found the skeleton. Looks like we got us a Triceratops, y'all. Right on. Completed ancient remains. Alright. So we completed that mission. That's cool. I had already hit like 3 watch points to finally uncover this one, so that's cool. We don't want to drive down there and break the skeleton. It's probably worth a lot. But I haven't played any of the other maps. I've only started on this map. I plan on completing this map before I go to any of the others, but there are 4 maps for it. As you can see, there are some mods. And let's recover back to the garage so I can show you the actual garage and some of the things that are in there. Alright guys, so we have recovered back to the garage here. And as you can see, these are the 3 trucks I have. I have the Lodestar over there. I have the TUZ something. What's that thing? The TUZ 16 Action that we had from Achtung. I think it's Achtung. I think it's German. Could be wrong. Don't kill me. Sorry if I got it wrong. And of course we have this vehicle here, which they call the Coyote or something like that. The Canyon. Clearly this vehicle has more in common with probably the Toyota Land Cruiser, an older 4-door Land Cruiser than anything, but I don't know what it's actually based on, but it seems like a Land Cruiser to me. So let's do a little four-wheeling and just I really want to demonstrate some hill climb things like that. So let's try to go up this wash right over here that we can see. Let's see if we can get to it. We can go up that way. Let's see if we can smash the fence SnowRunner style instead of going around. Yeah, we can just push it over. One thing I have noticed about this game is I don't get stuck on the terrain as much as I do in games like SnowRunner, or especially in Mudrunner. That game was horrible for getting stuck on the terrain. So, really good traction physics. You can see the rocks do spin a little bit, but once you get traction, you're not just stagnant there. It will grab traction and climb. You know, you have this tire air down feature, which is pretty neat. You know, your vehicle would never actually move that dramatically up and down from airing your tires up or down for the purpose of traction. You don't put them that low. You know, you might air down a 35 psi tire down to about 11 pounds if you're going to drive through sand and stuff like that, or mud. And it can be dramatic, but it's not going to jump like it is here, but that's fine. So let's walk down this hill and kind of demonstrate the let's go into low gear and just let her crawl. Gonna try to get down this. Let's go ahead and lock that diff in for a little more traction. Snorkel putting in some work there. Very good, very good. Now we can climb right up out of this onto this guy. So, I mean, the four-wheel drive aspect of the game is very fun. The crawling aspect is really good. But we actually want to be over there, so that was my bad. One thing I don't like is if you go from low to reverse, just passing through the auto there, and you have to pass through it to get to reverse, it does shut off your diff lock, so you have to reactivate it every time. And I appreciate my SnowRunner for not doing that. You know, if you don't let off that clutch button, that L1, when you're shifting, as long as you don't let off the clutch while you're in auto, it won't just shut your diff lock off. So, small gripe I have with the game right there, but not a big deal. Oh no, let's see if we can get her to climb. No, we're a little shy. Let's try a different approach angle here. You see I have to activate that diff lock every time. You know, you kind of get used to it, and it just kind of becomes a second nature thing. There we go. But, you know, you pick your lines, and the game it'll forgive you. It'll let you go up stuff that otherwise would be quite unforgiving. Let's go back into auto here. We don't need the diff lock for most of this. But let's check some rock climb here. Oh, get a little sideways. We don't want to flip. So let's try to air the tires down and see if we can get a little, and we'll go into low. We won't use the diff lock, but we'll just go into low and see if we can get a little better traction. Nope, not going to work. Okay. Let's see if speed is going to be our friend here. Bounce up over that first ridge. Yeah. Yeah, okay, there we go. Doing a little soft tire work and getting over these rocks. Let's put them tires back up. So if your tires are on low, the lower the pressure, the easier it is to take damage to your tires, and which is true in real life as well as it is in the game. So that's perfectly fine. But the game has some really fun rock climbing elements that I feel SnowRunner is kind of missing, honestly. Let's see if lower pressure will help us here. No, we're just kind of high-centered. There we go. But the climbing in the game, the rock climbing, the off-roading, I'm not going to say it's better than SnowRunner, because it's not. It's just different. It has its own feel to it, which I appreciate. And you know, the game has got some hate. You know, like I've said myself, you know, it feels a little Fisher pricey to me, and it kind of does. The vehicles, they don't have that feeling of weight that you would get from. These things are cool though. These little anchor points that you can put up here. You can set an anchor out, and then you can attach your winch to that anchor. I really appreciate that aspect. Let's go mid-truck and give ourselves a little tug. And I also like the fact that you can push with the winch. And what that push button does, it doesn't actually push the truck. It just lets the cable, it spools the cable out. And these anchors stay there so long as you're on the map. I think they do disappear when you go back to your garage. You finish your expedition and go back to your garage. They do disappear. But I like this, you know, just the fact that it's a quick menu for repair and refueling and things like that. And you just get to that by default by holding L1. I have it set up to R1 because I like my transmission on my left trigger, my left bumper, and I like that to be on my right bumper. So it's backwards from what the controls you see down there, but by default this would be left trigger right here, left bumper. But I swapped them. I prefer it that way. But like I said, the game is, you know, it's different than SnowRunner, and that's fine. It's okay. It should be. It's its own thing. The vehicle, I would like to see them work on the weight of the vehicles a little bit so that they feel a little heavier and not so much like, you know, just like remote controls. You know, that's kind of how they feel. But there are some good weight physics here. But I think we give Sabers some time, give the game a little more love. You know, they need to make they're a business. They need to make money too. So give them a little bit of love. You know, buy the game. Don't. Okay, let's. Oh, I'm used to pushing up to get to my winch and stuff. Let's see if we can. See if we can do a little side winch here and get. We'll pull her back down. This tree's gonna give us a little bit of trouble here. That's all right. But you know, give them time. You know, if more people buy the game, more people play the game and get into it, stuff like that. Start buying, you know, the season passes, things like that. They're not super expensive. Oh, there's a little body deformation there where I hit that rock. So yeah, so this game has some body deformation physics. I guess I just didn't beat my truck hard enough. Forget I said that. I guess I just didn't smash the truck up enough to really realize it in the last couple times I played. So, but yeah, I guess there's a little body deformation. I don't know if you get as extreme as this in SnowRunner where you can twist frames and things like that. We're out of gas. I gotta fuel up here. Ooh, bad audio. You know you love it. And just like that, we are back to full, and we still have 14 gallons in our reserve. So, I guess that's the one on the front bumper, right? Yes, sir, it is. So, you know, there are some mods, like the Money Trucks mod is in here. I haven't used it yet, but I probably will, because I don't... depends on the save. I'll probably have a save where I have the Money Trucks, so I can just buy everything and play around with it. And then I have like this save here, which is actually my main save, and where I'm trying to do everything legit. So, you know, I'll probably have both, but I appreciate that they have the Money Trucks mod. And I would give a shout out to that mod creator, but I don't remember his name. But you can go to the mod page and see it. It's one of the first ones that was listed. But the trucks do feel a little light. They kind of feel like they're made out of plastic to an extent. And but like I said, you know, buy the game, play the game, you know, buy the season passes, stuff like that, and Saber will work on it, just like they did with Mudrunner, or SnowRunner. I mean, SnowRunner was a hot mess when it first came out. I mean, it was a hot mess when it came out, trust me. And they've done a lot of work on it. They kept updating it and adding new seasons, and look what it is today. You know, so if you're a SnowRunner fan and you enjoy the game, then give Expeditions a chance. Play the game, check it out. Use my link in the description to get 10% off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not sponsored. But, you know, just give Sabers some time. Try the game out. Sport it. Even if you don't like it a whole lot, play it. It'll grow on you. And they'll improve it over time, and then you'll have another great game that you really enjoy playing. Because one thing I know about Saber, that they might not be as you know, into making sure that it's the right experience as Hello Games is with No Man's Sky. I mean, good God, they have gone above and beyond to make No Man's Sky the game it is today, and I appreciate them. And I would not be mad to see them start going to paid DLCs so they can make their money too, but they've really shown the community a lot of love, so... And I think Saber will do the same. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I do appreciate you watching, and I just kind of wanted to highlight some of the things in this game. And encourage you to get out here and give it a whirl. And try it, you know. Give the game some love. Try it out. Really fun rock climbing game. So if you download some of the rock climbing mods, some of those Jeeps and stuff they have in there, and go do some rock climbing, I bet you'll really enjoy this and try out some of the other maps. I haven't even played on the other maps yet. I'm going to finish this one before I go anywhere else. So, guys, thank you. If you made it this far in the video, be sure to go down there and like and subscribe. Leave a comment so I can get recommended by the algorithm. If you're one of my 39 subscribers, I appreciate you guys. We are shooting for 50. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so that we can get closer to our goal. Closer we get to our goal, the better the channel will become. We can start moving on to bigger and better things. So if you leave me a comment, I do appreciate it. I like reading you guys' comments. I read them all. I don't always respond to all of them, but I do read them. And if you have any advice for me, then I will read it and I will take it under consideration at that time. But I really would like to start hearing from you guys and to hear you give me some feedback on the channel. So if you're one of my subscribers and you're watching my video, you've taken on the time to subscribe already, I appreciate you. Do me a favor and take the time to hit that like button too, because that really is going to help me out, and it's also going to encourage me to continue doing this. You know, if you're new here, which most of my recurring watchers are new, like and subscribe for me and leave a comment. So anyway, that's my spiel. Go play Expeditions, try the game out. Just know that it's not a cargo hauling game the way SnowRunner is. This is a expedition game. That's what it's based around. It's not about cargo. So, thank you guys. I'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Love y'all, and I will see you down the road. Later, y'all.